Hi, this is Jeff Goldblum. We're looking at pitching and technique, and we've got a few modifications that we're going to show you here. So first we'll talk about setup and the ball position being just slightly forward of center, close to center or even further forward, kind of depending on the height that you're trying to achieve with your shot would be fine. You'll notice also that the stance is very narrow. This shot is of about 25 to 30 yards or so. And the weight's leaning just fractionally to the left, so I'm favoring my front foot 55-60% or so. So in motion, what I'm trying to do is take some hinging of the wrist. As I take the club back, you'll notice that the backswing gets higher than the follow-through. So as I kind of have a feeling that for me personally, that some of you may be able to use, that I'm using more of my arms and my wrist to take it back, and as I come through, I'm using more of my chest to feel the rhythm and the tempo of the swing, to be a little bit better in time and getting better contributions that will also help you in your full swing. So you'll notice that the through swing is lower than the backswing. Okay, so this is actually kind of high for this type of shot. We could actually finish with that probably below the belt even. That would be fine. But for this, it was more of for me, what felt like a limited wrist hinge going back, whereas the next shot is a little bit more typical for me. Okay, so that's just your basic pitch. We're going to go and take a backswing. We're going to increase the hinging of the wrist, a little bit of turn of the chest, very little motion you'll notice from the lower body. The body is rotating forward as the club drops. I'm hitting down still on the golf ball. My chest is rotating, and notice that my eyes are releasing immediately as the ball leaves the golf club and starts traveling towards the target. And that's pretty important information that you need to gather as you start your practice. So I want you to, that's your basic pitch. Hinge back from a narrow stance, weight leaning just a fraction forward, and rotate your body through the shot. Let your eyes release, and I think that would be extremely helpful for you. The next variation is one of the things I learned a long time ago. It was called the right hand drop. So you'll notice a little bit more hinging action in the backswing, a little bit bigger arm swing as well, but definitely hinging more. That angle is increased. And as I come through, I'm going to slide the club a little bit more underneath the golf ball. So there you can see a little bit more of a flip type action. This is for a more advanced player, has a little bit more control of the bottom of swing, but yet still a lot of chest rotation. So you can see this relationship is much more high backswing to low finish. But still the same fundamental technique that I'm hinging it back, rotating the chest through. I'm just adding a little bit more right hand to try to grab the ball a little bit more, put a little bit more height and spin on it. So you'll notice that through impact, there was less shaft lean happening through the hit, so the action of the club was still low point after the golf ball. It's a little bit higher risk, but so you need to be a little bit more advanced for this. And the next is just your basic lob. So here the ball is going to move forward. I don't really open up my stance very much, just maybe a fraction to get comfortable, but I am opening up the face, and you'll notice with the ball now more forward, what's going to happen is I'm going to have less shaft lean through impact, so that's going to add to the loft on the club face, getting it to go higher. So here you can see the butt end of the club has now met the ball line or the ball position, and so the handle still wins the race. There's no question about that. Notice the backswing got quite a bit longer, darn near a full swing. Okay, so there the hands are just ever so forward of the golf ball, so there's a lot of release in this club, and then the body is rotating through, and because I needed the speed of that swing because I added so much loft, the finish is much, much higher. So that's a typical lob shot. You notice that maybe my stance is just a fraction wider, not much. Ball forward, big swing, open face, and I have a big movement through, so I'm really sliding that club through underneath the golf ball. a little bit more, and that again is a higher risk shot because that club is traveling with so much more speed through contact. Okay, so start with the first one, get good at the basic pitch, then you can add a little variation to that and see if you can make it work a little bit better for you.